Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let me tell you, the NFL landscape is buzzing right now, and it's all centered around a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the AFC North in a way we haven't seen in years. Rumors are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers might be open to trading Nick Bosa, one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league. And if this pans out, it could be one of the most impactful trades in recent NFL history, especially for the Steelers. And let's be honest, Steelers fans, we know how crucial a top-tier pass rusher is for our defense, especially with the kind of competition we face in our division and the playoff battles ahead. So here's what's rumored to be happening. According to some reports, including insights from Adam Schefter, the 49ers, sitting at 6'3" with an offense that's averaging 23 points per game, are considering sending Bosa to Pittsburgh in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026. That's right, a future first-rounder. Now, we all know the 49ers are a team that's been in Super Bowl contention for a few years now, and Bosa has been a big part of their success. He's a four-time Pro Bowler, a player who's consistently wreaked havoc on opposing quarterbacks. In 2025, he's been dealing with some injuries, playing just 3 games after tearing his ACL in Week 4. But even with that, his stats are impressive. 9 solo tackles, 8 assists, 17 combined tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and an elite PFF grade of 89.2, placing him firmly among the top edge defenders in the league. His pressure rate hovers around 22%, and he's known for his relentless motor and ability to get to the quarterback even when double-teamed, which he often is given his reputation and skill. Now, imagine Nick Bosa joining the Steelers' defense, a unit that's been trying to find consistency on the pass rush. With Alex Highsmith currently injured, our edge rotation could use a shot of adrenaline, and Bosa would be exactly that. We're talking about a player who would immediately elevate our front seven, creating more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, forcing turnovers, and disrupting offenses before they even get a chance to set up. Pittsburgh has been a team that thrives on a dominant pass rush. Think about the impact when T.J. Watt is paired with Bosa. The numbers speak for themselves. Combined, these two could add over 20 sacks to our season, push pressure rates up by over 23%, and make life miserable for quarterbacks trying to find their receivers downfield. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Opponents would have to double-team Bosa, which would free up Watt and other linebackers, leading to more sacks and more turnovers. Our secondary would benefit too, with more hurried throws and less time for receivers to get open. In fact, the team's overall stats would improve dramatically. Opponents' points per game could drop from around 24 to under 20, turnovers could increase, and our ability to get off the field on third down would skyrocket. Think about how that would open up our offense, giving Kenny Pickett more time and space to operate, and potentially leading to more sustained drives and red zone efficiency. Steelers have been working hard this season, and adding a player like Bosa could be the final piece that pushes us into serious Super Bowl contention. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. The 49ers are currently sitting comfortably at 6'3", and they're focusing on re-signing Bosa, who is expected to command a hefty salary, around $25 million a year. They're also heavily invested in their defense, which has been stout but is also dealing with some injuries and roster questions. Trading Bosa would be a significant move, but it's clear they're considering all options to keep their roster competitive. For the Steelers, the opportunity is massive. Our cap space right now is around $3.5 million, which might be tight, but with savvy management and possibly restructuring some contracts, adding Bosa could be feasible. We already have the cap room and the need, so this could be a match made in football heaven. Now, what about the impact? Well, if this trade happens, it would be a game changer. For starters, adding Bosa and pairing him with Watt would boost our sack total by roughly 19 to 20 sacks, a huge leap that would elevate us into the top defenses in the league. Our pressure percentage would increase by over 23%, making it nearly impossible for quarterbacks to feel comfortable in the pocket. Opponents' points per game would drop, and turnovers would become more frequent. The team's win rate in close games could go up by as much as 12%, and the overall defensive efficiency would skyrocket. It's the kind of move that could push us from a good team to a legit Super Bowl contender, especially if we can maintain consistency on offense and special teams. And let's talk about the betting odds. Right now, the Steelers are seen as underdogs with plus 1,500 odds in some places. But with Bosa in the fold, those odds could tighten significantly, potentially moving to plus 550 or even better. That's how much a player of his caliber can influence the entire franchise. We've seen what Watt can do on his own, but adding Bosa would be like giving our defense a turbo boost. It's a move that would send shockwaves through the league and definitely energize the Steelers nation. Fans would be buzzing, rival fans would be nervously watching their quarterbacks, and our team would finally have that elite pass-rushing duo that can take over games. Of course, some skeptics are cautious. The 49ers are optimistic about their chances this season, and they're focusing on re-signing Bosa, who's clearly a vital part of their defensive scheme. But in the NFL, everything is fluid, and if the right offer comes along, especially a future first-round pick and perhaps some additional assets, we might see Bosa don the black and gold sooner rather than later. Steelers fans, just imagine the possibilities. A defense that's relentless, a front seven that strikes fear into every offense, and a real shot at making a deep playoff run. That's what this move represents, a potential turning point for us to finally get over the hump and chase that elusive Super Bowl. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, is this too good to be true? Well, the NFL is unpredictable, and trades like this don't happen every day. But the signs are pointing toward the Steelers being very interested. We've seen how aggressive the front office has been in the past, and with the right push, this could be the move that defines our season. Bosa's talent, combined with Watt's relentless pursuit, would make our defense a nightmare for any opponent. And in a league where defense wins championships, this kind of upgrade could be the difference between a good season and a historic one. So, Steelers fans, keep your eyes peeled. If this trade goes down, it could be the storyline of the year. Imagine the roar of the fans at Heinz Field if Bosa joins the black and gold, ready to chase down quarterbacks week after week. It's an exciting time, and the opportunity to bring in such a game-changing player is rare. As we look ahead to the playoffs, this could be the move that sets us apart and pushes us into serious Super Bowl contention. We've got the talent, we've got the passion, and with a little bit of luck and some strategic moves, the Steelers could be back on top where they belong. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.